Alright, so we got to get all the pan bolts loose on this pan, and it's a 13 millimeter. So we're going to get up there and start by removing the front pan bolts, and then we want to leave the back edge connected so that when we drop the pan down, we can drain out the fluid without it dropping the whole pan at once. So when you go to get the filter, there's lots of different transmissions for this vehicle. So the first thing you want to do is probably count the number of bolts, because if you don't go to the Dodge dealer, if you go to like the Napa or something, they'll probably ask you how many bolts it has in the pan, because that'll help them determine there we go, how many which type of filter it is and which type of gasket. So we'll actually remove the front edge bolts. And we'll come back after we've gotten these removed. You can kill it. Want to get out and grab some rags? Oh, you're filming. So we've got 2 screws yet to remove the the filter itself. And I think it might be really screws, but I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Yeah, they're Torx bit, I think. Filming?
Yep.
So this is a T25 Torx bit up in here for these 2 screws. And if my memory don't do that. Don't drop it in your pan of ATF. If my memory serves, they're really long. And don't drop the screws in the pan either. Yep. They're like maybe 3 inches long. And then you're going to get more fluid out of the filter. More of a mess. Let that drain for a second. See if I can get the screw out. Grab that other pan. Alright, so we've got everything off, and we've got the old filter off. Now we'll put the new filter back on. And again, it's a T25 Torx bit. Let's see if I can get this back in here. other screw in there. Snug it down. And then we'll take the torque wrench, which is set to 35 inch-pounds. Might need an extension here. We'll have to see in a second. Yep, extension will just make it easier. You can take a break a second if you want. Torque this one to 35 inch-pounds. And there it goes. It's pretty light. Torque this other one. And there it goes. And that's 35 inch-pounds. Nothing to it. Next, we'll put the cover back on. This is the pan after we cleaned it up. You can see the rag. You know, we got this black stuff out of the inside, the filter material or whatever. There was no metal in it, or very little. You'll get like you'll see this magnet right here that comes out, and you can clean that out too. You'll get a coating over the magnet, but that's normal. Obviously, you don't want a whole lot of big metal chips, but a thin coating or a consistent coating is not unusual over the entire pan, but you should probably clean it up. And as you clean it up, you'll be able to tell what's what. Any comments on that?
Nope. And then the gasket.
And then the gasket is reusable. You can get a new one, but what they recommend is if these ridges here are in good shape and the gasket's nice and clean, just go ahead and reuse the old one because it'll seal up real nice. So we are going to just reuse the old one. So we'll put that on next. There's the dipstick, as a matter of fact, right there. Alright, so we'll put the pan back up. Tuck it back in here. Get some screws back into place. Hold it so that we don't have to mess with it. This is the fun part. Maybe I should have started with a screw that's a little easier to get to, but that's what I'll do. Front, put them on the back. guide the rest of them in. And we'll come back once we've got these bolts back into place. So we got all the bolts back in, so we're just going to go around in a circle here. There's no pattern that the manual talks about, so let's go around and torque them all to 125 inch-pounds. Get on this one. There it is. I think I did this one already. Did I do that one? Yep. Do you want to do yours then?
Yep.
And then that's it. So according to the manual, you've got that should take 4 quarts of ATF plus 4 automatic transmission fluid, and you just fill it in the trans fluid right there. So we'll do that, and then we'll check the level. And well, it's probably good to do it while it's if you've had it jacked up, then it's probably good to put it down on the ground first so it's level, and then fill it up and check the level. There you go.